Hello, a pleasant morning to you, my wonderful students. How are you today? It's good to be here again with you this morning. Today we are considering adverbs, and I will run through the learning objectives briefly before I go into the main topic. Remember, I am Dakpo Riboloye. For the learning objectives, the first is that after the end of this class, you should be able to define adverbs. That's one. You should be able to state the features of adverbs. That is the features of adverbs. Then you should be able to explain the types of adverbs you have. You should be able to explain them. And lastly, you should be able to identify adverbs easily in sentences. Before we go into the main discussion, let's do a revision of our last assignment. Let's mark our last assignment. Last class, we considered active and passive voice. That is for JSS 1 and 2. Then I gave out this assignment. I said, change the following from active voice to passive voice. She does not cook the food. She does not cook the food. And to make that passive, it becomes the food is not cooked by her. The food is not cooked by her. Then number 2 is Peter gave me flowers on my birthday. Peter gave me flowers on my birthday. To make it passive, I'm going to say is in this way. I was given flowers by Peter on my birthday. I was given flowers by Peter on my birthday. Number 3, you are waiting for your friend. You are waiting for your friend. It becomes your friend is being waited for by you. Your friend is being waited for by you. Then number 4 is the children have broken the window pane. The children have broken the window pane. Definitely, it's going to come in this format. The window pane has been broken by the children. The window pane has been broken by the children. And lastly, I shall have sold my car. I shall have sold my car. And that will be, my car shall have been sold by me. My car shall have been sold by me. Then let's do a brief revision of what active and passive voice is. Last class I said, your sentence is active when the subject of the sentence is before the verb. That is, the verb is acted upon by the subject. The verb is acted upon by the subject. And I give examples like Mr. Jide flogged the class. Mr. Jide here is the subject. This is the verb. And this is the object. You can say the sentence, the subject is before the verb, before this. Then when it is passive, the subject goes to the place of the object. That is, the verb comes after the object. However, the verb is still subjected. That is, the verb is still following the instruction of the subject. Here I have the class. Object was flogged. Verb. By who? Mr. Jide, the subject. Here it doesn't mean that the class here is flogging Mr. Jide. No. The class is still the receiver of the action, where Mr. Jide is the doer. And note what I've written here. In passive voice, it means that there is just a shift in position. There's a change in position between the subject and what? And the verb. I believe you know this already, and when you see further questions on this topic in exams, you won't have problem picking the right answers. Today we are considering adverbs. And from what you were taught in primary school, from what you learned before, you were told that adverbs modify verbs. But on a lighter and a more enlightened mood. Adverbs go beyond modifying verbs. Adverbs can modify an adjective, can modify a verb, and it can modify another adverb in the same group. Yes. And what it does is to express a relation of time, of place, of circumstance, of manner, of degree and cause. They modify adjectives, verbs, and adverbs in relation to place, time, manner, degree, and so on and so forth. Let's consider some verbs, some facts about adverbs, But one, most adverbs end on ly. Most adverbs, 95% of adverbs end on ly. Number two, adverbs can be used in the comparative and the superlative form, using more and most for them. You can have more carefully, most carefully. Then an adverb can modify another adverb. You'll see that later in the class discussion. It can modify another adverb. Then, and adverbs that end on ly are called flat adverbs. They are called flat adverbs. So you can guess what the other ones are called. Those that don't end on ly, they are called round adverbs. Round one. And lastly, number 5, adverbs usually follow the verb it is modifying. In most cases, they follow the verb that they are modifying. Let's see examples of adverbs in usage. The first thing is an adverb modifying a verb. An adverb modifying a verb. Number 1, the boy sang happily. How did he sing? This is a verb, the verb sing. This adverb happily is modifying that verb sing. Then here, she eats voraciously. How does she eat? Voraciously. This is a verb here. And this is an adverb modifying the action. Then, the case of an adverb modifying an adjective. This will tell you more about the quality of the person being described. Dele is too slow. Slow here is an adjective describing Dele. With this T-O-O, we know the degree of the slowness. The degree, too slow. Then here, Daddy is very busy. Busy here is an adjective. Daddy is busy. Telling you about Daddy's condition. But with very, we know the degree of the being busy. We know it's very busy. Then number 3, where an adverb can modify another adverb, which is very, very unique to you. The manager accepted the challenge very nicely. We can remove very here. We can say the manager accepted the challenge nicely. How did the manager accept the challenge? How did the manager accept the challenge? That will be nicely. This is adverb 1. Then very here is telling you how, to what extent, the degree. We call this adverb 2. Very nicely. Then Dele writes badly. Badly here is our adverb 1. Dele writes badly for his age. But with T-O-O here, we know how badly. Dele writes too badly. Very badly for his age. So these are cases of an adverb modifying another adverb. Let's see types of adverbs now based on how they work. Types of adverb based on how they work. The first one is the adverb of manner. What it does is to answer the question how. How does something happen? How does the verb work? How does the verb behave? You can see examples here. I said it expresses manner and approach. Beautifully, equally, thankfully, carefully. These are examples, diverse examples to buttress my point. Diverse examples. And from the usage here, you always ask the question how. In this case, we use the adverb. Just ask how. The adverb will pop up. How did you divide the prizes equally? How did you handle the camera? Carefully. How does Michael walk? Slowly. Very simple and straightforward. Then you can see a list of these adverbs here. A list. There are many in forms. Beautifully, noisily, anxiously, kindly, exactly, deliberately. We have them many. I will advise you pick on some of these adverbs of manner and use them to form meaningful sentences on your own. Pick on them, use them to form sentences on your own. Then we have the adverb of place or direction, which answers the question where. It indicates place or direction and it answers where. And we have diverse examples here to that effect that can buttress the question where. And all you have to do is just come to my examples and ask where. Where did you go through the jungle? Where do you play in the field? Where is Alice going to school? It simply answers where, and it's that straightforward. Then we have the adverb of place. Examples here. Many examples that you can always pinpoint to, pick from, and use. Here you have overseas. You can say Jide traveled overseas. Where did Jide go to? He traveled overseas. You can have it is behind the door. Where is it? Behind the door. You can say I can go anywhere. Where can I go? Anywhere. So all these answers the question where. Then this is adverb of time. This indicates the time of the action, the time of the occurrence, and it answers the question when. When. Simply put here, all you have to do is just come to my examples and ask when. And definitely the adverb will pop up. When did you go to school a little late yesterday? When will you get the results? March. When will you leave? On Monday. They all indicate time. Time. They indicate time. And we have many of the examples here. We have points of time. You have in relation to time. This has to do with frequency, which I will deal with later, and definite frequency, which will come up in the next slide. Then we have that of frequency, adverb of frequency, which answers the question how often. It tells you how regular or how frequently an action happens. All you have to do is just come down here to my examples as usual. Ask how often. How often do you go to school? Occasionally. How often do you get a good result? Always. How often do you eat? Once. This will always go with frequency or regularity. How often or how regular something happens. And you can see one thing about this one. Most of them don't end on ly. Yeah, don't end on ly. Then we have many examples here. Examples simplified for you. Always is 100%. Usually is 90%. Normally or generally is 80%. Often or frequently 70%. Sometimes it's 50%. Occasionally is 30%. That is something that happens once in a while. Seldom is 10. Hardly or rarely does not happen. It's always a mistake for it to happen. Then never is 0%. You can see the examples simplified here for your understanding. Then we have that of degree. It shows the importance. It expresses the importance or level of the action. It expresses the importance or level of the action. And all you have to do is just come down to my examples and ask how much. How much does she forget her anniversary? Completely. She forgets it completely. How much does she go through the newspapers? She goes through them thoroughly. That shows the degree of her being serious with newspapers. Then, how much am I excited for my new job. I'm so excited. The degree of the excitement is much. I'm so excited about my new job. Then, let's see examples here. Like I said, it shows intensity. Degree shows intensity. And you can see it here. How much happiness do I have? Extreme one. Extremely happy. Then if I have it here. How much hatred do I have for traveling? I really hate traveling. That's the level of the hatred for traveling. Then how much late? How much often do I come late? Almost. The degree is alarming. The degree is alarming. Then there are some adverbs that work in conjunction forms. We call them adverbs of conjunction. They connect ideas or clauses. At times, they show consequences or effects or relation between two clauses. Mind you, I said they show consequences, effect, or relation between two clauses. And they are always placed in between two ideas or two clauses. Let's see these two clauses and let's see how they are joined. He was going for an important interview. He made sure he reached on time. He was going for an important interview. Accordingly, he made sure he reached there on time. You can see accordingly here working as a conjunction, although it's an adverb. It is joining this to this. So some adverbs can work in conjunction form. Let's see more examples. They are here. However, consequently, moreover, besides, conversely. Let me give an example of how we can use however as a conjunction. I love rice. However, I don't eat it in the evening. Hello, this is an adverb that I have turned to a conjunction. I love rice is an idea on its own. I don't eat it in the evening is another idea. With however, I have done this to this. So we can use adverbs also to work as conjunction to join an idea to another idea or join a clause to another clause. Then, for examples of adverbs as conjunctions, we have them here. Whereas, accordingly, nevertheless, certainly, we have lots of them that you can always refer to later if you need them. You can always research for more also and broaden your knowledge about them. In conclusion, I said an adverb goes beyond modifying a verb. That was the limited knowledge you were given before now. I said an adverb can modify an adjective, can modify a verb, and another adverb. And that I've shown to you in the previous slides. And I've told you about their features. I've told you what makes up an adverb. I said they end on ly, mostly end on ly. I said they can have comparative and superlative forms using more and most. I said an adverb can modify or qualify another adverb. I also said an adverb, when it ends on ly, is called a flat adverb. And the ones that don't end on ly are called what? They are called the round adverb. Thank you. They are called the round adverbs. And I said in most cases, an adverb follows the verb it is modifying. An adverb follows the verb it is modifying. I will advise for further reading that you lay your hands, try these websites. You get enough about adverbs there. The same thing, these websites. Google this material online and you'll get more about adverbs there. And lastly, try www.woodwordenglish.com. You'll get more details about adverbs there also. And before I leave, please, this assignment should be done and submitted before next class. You are to underline all adverbs in these sentences. Underline all adverbs in these sentences. Like number one, let me try number one for you. Peter slowly swallowed the syrup. Peter slowly swallowed the syrup. The first thing is look for something that has ly. That's the first thing you should do. Look for something that has ly, which is here. And I'm to ask you now, the type of adverb you have here. Let me go a bit further. If I ask you the type of adverb, definitely you tell me it's an adverb of manner. Why? Because it is answering the question how. How did Peter swallow the syrup? Slowly. So I'll leave it to the 9 that we have left. Go through them. Give me your answers for them. Till we see again next class, I want to say a big thank you to you for listening to me. Stay blessed. Do further research on the topic. Do my assignments and remain good students. I love you all. Thank you.